To war then.
Which side Aegon?
In this video, I'm going to take a closer look at each and every frame and we'll discuss all the teeny tiny details you might have missed, like the two golden dragons on Aegon's tunic, the wound on Aegon's forehead, Harrenhal's carving behind Aemond, Larys standing behind Aegon in the cells, etc. So stay tuned for that. Greetings, Throne Watchers! There have been 5 trailers released so far. I've already posted my teaser trailer, details you might have missed video a few months ago, and I'll try to post other trailer breakdowns soon, starting with this Dueling trailer. The Dueling trailer announces the war between the Greens and the Blacks and asks the fans to pick a side. Well, I'm definitely Team Black. What about you? Anyways, let's take a look at the Dueling trailer. In the first frame, we see a shot of Rhaenyra and she is wearing a golden ring. The reason I noticed this golden ring is because Alicent wore a very similar ring in season 1. In the scene where Alicent and Rhaenyra are in the Godswood, you can see her wearing almost exactly the same ring, which is a band of gold. We have seen a lot of people wear very different kind of rings in season 1, like Viserys, who had the 3 golden dragon embedded in his golden ring, and then we had Daemon Targaryen, who had a ring of silver. One was quite flat, as you can see here. In this scene, he had another ring. You can see this ring looks a little bit more like a well with a pit in the center. Is it pit or is it a black stone? I can't make it out clearly. What do you guys think? And then we had Aemma Arryn's ring, which had a bee or a beetle or a fly engraved on it. Why do you think Aemma had this engraving in it? I couldn't figure that out. You might be able to do it. So that's why I noticed all of these rings, because Aegon is wearing a completely different ring in this season, which I'll discuss later. Anyway, in the next shot, we see Rhaenyra heading towards Syrax. The Dragon Keepers have saddled Syrax and she is ready to go. If you look at her hairstyle, she has a braid in this. So this is not the same scene which we saw in the teaser trailer, where Rhaenyra was looking at Storm's End, because her dress looks a little bit different as well. But look at her hairstyle. She has a completely different hairstyle. It's not a complete braid like we saw in this trailer. Then we see the gates of the throne room opening, and then Aegon enters the throne room. A few things that I noticed in this frame. Aegon is carrying Viserys' dagger. There is a stepladder to the left top corner, and this is very important because there is something new that will be on that side, and I'm very excited to discuss it, but I'll discuss it in my other trailer where we will actually get to see what we have on that side. But can you guess what it is? If you can, let me know in the comments below. Then we see Aegon, who has the twin golden dragons embedded on his tunic. The reason I noticed the 2 dragons is because Rhaenyra also had 2 dragons on her costume. But Aegon has a golden dragon, just like Sunfire, and Rhaenyra has a black dragon, maybe to indicate that they are the blacks, as Aegon is wearing green. I think it is dark green. What do you think? Another thing I noticed was the chain around Aegon's neck. He is wearing a thick golden chain around his neck. The reason I noticed this is because he also wore a golden chain in season 1, and this chain is a lot similar to the one Otto Hightower wears. So do you think this is to, signify his, like he's siding with the hand of the king? He is wearing the chain similar to his grandfather. Does it have any kind of meaning? What do you think? And also notice the 3-headed dragon on his collar. I'll discuss this symbol later. Then we see Alicent blowing a candle. She is in the sept where she lighted the candles. What I noticed in this frame was that she is missing her 7-pointed star necklace, something that she always wears. As you can see here, while she is climbing the carriage, she has her 7-pointed star necklace here. And as you can see in the scene where she meets Larys, this scene is from the teaser trailer, you can see that she has her 7-pointed star necklace here as well. I discussed this scene in my teaser trailer details you might have missed video. And here, even though she is taking a bath, she is still wearing her 7-pointed star necklace. So, her not wearing this necklace is a big deal. At least I think it is. So something might have happened because of which she is not wearing that necklace anymore. What do you think happened? In the next frame, we see Aemond walking somewhere, and in the background, in the left top corner, you can see a castle which could either be Harrenhal or Highgarden. The reason I think it's Harrenhal is because you can almost see fire on top of one of the towers. And I think that is to signify Harrenhal being burned by Aegon the Conqueror. So I think this castle is Harrenhal. But what are your thoughts on it? Which castle do you think it is? Let me know in the comments below. And then here it is, the 3-headed dragon symbol that he will be wearing this season. The reason I noticed this symbol is because Daemon always wore this symbol around in season 1. As you can see here, he has his clasps made with a 3-headed dragon, and in this as well you can see he has a golden 3-headed dragon. And in season 1 where he was crowned, Aegon also wore the very same symbol, the 3-headed dragon. Moving on to the next frame. Here in this scene, it feels like Alicent is grieving. You can almost see the tears in her eyes. And if you look at her neck, she has her necklace around. So it's not like she removed her necklace for mourning or something. So it's not for grief. But in this scene, you can see that she doesn't have her necklace. And she looks really sad or lost in thought in this scene. And in this scene where there will be riots, you can see that her necklace is missing. I've already discussed this scene in my plot House of the Dragon season 2 video. So you can check out that video if you don't mind spoilers and wanna know what will happen in which episode in season 2. And in this scene, as I mentioned earlier, Rhaenyra also has 2 dragons on her clothes. But she has black dragons, whereas Aegon had golden dragons. And as for her pendant, as you can see, it is an arrowhead and it is attached to 3 drops, which I think are 3 blood drops. As you can see from the teaser trailer, it seems like 3 blood drops to me. What do you think? Does it look like an arrowhead with 3 blood drops on it? I've already discussed this in detail in my details you might have missed video. I'll attach the link to it at the end of this video so you can check it out. In the next frame, we see Alicent and Helena on a carriage, and in front of them a few people are walking in black. The person right in front of the procession looks like a priest or something, and he's carrying a staff. So what I noticed about this staff was, maybe it's just me, but it looked like 3 animal skulls to me, like 3 deer skulls or something. What do you think? Does it look like 3 animal skulls to you? And if it is, what does it indicate? Maybe stranger or something else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And then we see a Bracken Knight pulling a sword. In the background, there are a lot of interesting details. In the left side, you can see that there is a bridge and there is a dry tree on a hill. So these farmers are standing behind the hill. As you can see, there are a pile of sacks in the background along with a few farmers. But I couldn't figure out what this golden thing behind him is. It seems like a shiny shield or something, but it could also be a person standing in front of something. What do you think it is? I couldn't figure this one out. I just like to notice these tiny details, whether they are important or not. You can decide whether they are important or not. But I really like to see and notice these tiny details and bring it to your attention. If you don't want these unnecessary details and only want me to discuss the important details that are connected to the storyline, let me know. I will focus more on that then. Anyway, you can see the passageway beneath the bridge, and there is a farmer behind this Bracken Knight. So it seems like the Bracken Knight might be protecting these farmers. And we've seen in the Greens trailer, which I'll discuss later, they will be facing the Blackwood's Knight. So the Blackwood Knights might be trespassing on Bracken lands. But I'll discuss this in more detail in my Greens trailer breakdown video. So make sure to subscribe to my channel if you don't wanna miss any of my other trailer breakdowns. Anyway, moving on to the next frame. It seems like Aegon is holding a club or a torch or something, and judging from the background, it seems like they are in the cells. So they have captured someone, and Aegon is going to hit that captive. And when he moves, you can see that Larys Strong is standing behind Aegon. So Larys was the person who caught this, whoever it was that they caught, and he brought Aegon to him. At least it seems like it. So it feels like in season 2, Larys will probably try to cozy himself up to Aegon more. It seems like he has realized that Alicent doesn't have much power anymore, but Aegon does. So I can see him trying to get closer to Aegon. What do you think? Do you think he will stick to Alicent, or will he try to get closer to Aegon in season 2? Let me know in the comments below. And then we see a few knights falling, and there is ash and smoke in the air. So it seems like a battleground scene. And we know there will be a battle in the episode which is titled A Dance of Dragons. I've already discussed in which episode this battle will happen and what will happen before and after it in my plots video. In the next scene where Aegon says to Warden, there are a few interesting details to notice. As you can see, Aegon is wearing a golden chain in this one as well, and he has a scar on his forehead. The reason I noticed this scar is because in the teaser trailer, I already discussed that Aegon had a wound on his forehead. And in the teaser trailer, the wound looks fresh and like there is blood on it. But in this scene, now this wound has scarred a little bit. So now you can see a scar on his forehead. How do you think he got this scar? I discussed that scene in my details you might have missed video. And as for the ring, Aegon is wearing a different kind of ring than Rhaenyra and the others were wearing. He is not wearing a golden ring, even though he is king. He is wearing a copper or bronze ring, and it seems like there is a black stone on this ring. What do you think this indicates? Why is he not wearing a golden ring, even though he is king and he has all of their treasury? He has all the money, everything. So why is he not wearing a golden ring? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below. In the next shot, we see Kristen Cole chasing some people into the woods. And once you'll zoom in, you'll notice that there is a 7-pointed star on the armor of his horse. Which is very interesting because the Greens are trying to portray themselves as the self-righteous one, even though they are the ones who started the war, who took the first step. The Greens always try to pretend that they are the good guys, but they are not fooling anyone. At least not the black supporters. And then we see Syrax and Rhaenyra flying. Rhaenyra isn't visible in this shot, but we know the only person who can fly on Syrax has to be Rhaenyra. Once a dragon bonds with a dragon rider, they will not let anyone else ride them, at least not alone. The rider has to be with them, otherwise they will kill that rider. Before we get to this video's comment shoutout, make sure to stick till the end to get a sneak peek of the details from my next video. So, the comment shoutout goes to Sean K7470, who I guess is Sean Khilaki, if I remember the name correctly. Sean said, "Where do I start? This is a deep theory. That tree where the children of the forest created the Night King is very far north. We have never seen any volcanoes there which would produce obsidian, but it's possible." Thank you, Sean. I'm pretty sure if we can find out more about this ancient race, we might get to the bottom of all those black stones as well. Anyways, just like this trailer, I also noticed a lot of teeny tiny details in the Greens trailer as well, like the new chain around Kristen Cole's neck, the 2 chains around Otto Hightower, the new map in the council chambers, someone trying to bribe a gold cloak to enter King's Landing, etc., which I'll discuss in my next Details You Might Have Missed video. I'll post that video soon, so make sure to subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss it. And if you liked this video, please hit the like button below as well. Have a great day. Bye bye. 7 blessings to you.